Okay, so today we're going to start by doing a word sort. And we are going to look at two word patterns, two categories.
This is Taylor. Please call the elementary school office. This is Taylor.
We have words that end in S or ES and words that end in ED. And I'm going to show you how we're going to sort them. And I want you to look to see if you can figure out how the words are related and why they go in each category. Okay? And I'm going to read the word and then slide into the right category, okay? So this word is stays. So I'm going to put it in this category, okay? With S or ES. This word is replies. So I'm also going to put it in the S or ES category. This word is stayed. I'm going to slide it into this category that ends in ED. Copied. I'm going to have it in this category. You'll notice that stays and stayed are matched up next to each other too. Okay? Hurries, I'm going to put in the S category. Enjoyed, I'm going to put in the ED category. Now I have hurried. So I'm going to match hurried up next to hurries. And now I have hurries in the ES category and hurried in the ED category. Okay? And now I have copies. So I can match copies up next to copied and also make sure it's in the right category. And I found carries, so I'm going to put it in the ES category. And I have enjoys. Enjoys is going to match up next to enjoyed, and this is in the ES, and this is in the ED. Now I have replied. So I'm going to put replied next to replies. And reply means to answer. Okay? The next word, studies. So it ends in S, so I'm going to put it on this side, in this category. And now I have studied. I'm going to put it next to studies, but in the ED. And the last one I have is carried. I'm going to read these words one more time, and I want you to try and figure out the difference between the two categories, okay? So I have stays and stayed, copies and copied, replies and replied, hurries and hurried, enjoys, enjoyed, carries and carried, studies and studied. So what do you think the difference is?
Copied
That's
means
okay.
like, copied means like it's past. It already happened.
Good, very good.
And the ES or S is like it's happening now.
Good. So all of these words end in what letters?
ES or S.
Excellent. All of these words end in what letters?
ED.
ED. Good. Now, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you resort these words, and I want you to match them up next to their same form of the word and in the right categories. And as you move the words, I want you to say them. Make sure you're reading the correct endings at the end.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
Copies. Copy. Studies. Studied. Carried. Hurried. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Hurried.
Good.
Enjoyed.
Good.
Enjoys. Hurries. Carries.
Good.
Replied. Stayed.
Good.
Stays.
Good.
And replies.
Good. Okay, so all of these words happen when?
Now.
Okay, and all of these words happen when?
It already happened.
It already happened. Good. It happened in the past. What we're going to do now is we are going to use these words in our writing. Okay? So, I'm going to ask that you use some of these words to write 5 steps that you do in the morning to get ready. Okay?
Okay.
But the trick is you're going to write them down like you did them already. Okay? And then after you write them in the past, you're going to rewrite it in the present. You got it. So I'm going to show you what I mean just to give you an idea. Now typically, Ms. Shefflin doesn't study in the morning. Okay? I don't do that before I come to school, but I'm going to use studies and study as an example. Okay? So the first, I'm going to do the past. So, Miss Shefflin studied yesterday morning. Okay? And what was my ending on studied? Good. Now, how would I rewrite that sentence saying that I'm doing that right now?
Miss Shefflin is Miss
If I'm doing it right now, how would you say it? Miss Shefflin
is
not is. You don't need is. Miss Shefflin studies in the morning.
Alright.
Okay? Let's try one more before I have you do it.
Alright.
All right. Let's do, well, we know I don't copy in the morning, but I'm going to use those words, okay? Miss Shefflin copied yesterday morning. Now, how could I rewrite that in saying I'm doing it right now?
Miss Shefflin copies
And how would I spell it?
C-O-P-I-E-S.
I-E-S. Miss Shefflin copies.
Yes. Miss Shefflin copies yesterday morning.
Uh-oh. Yesterday means past.
Today.
Miss Shefflin copies
Today.
or this morning.
This morning.
Remember, I'm changing from one morning to another morning. All right, let's try another one. Let's go with, I'm going to think of a new verb. How about Miss Shefflin walked yesterday morning. How could I rewrite that?
Miss Shefflin walks this morning.
Miss Shefflin walks in the morning. All right, I'm going to have you try one on the marker board first. I'm going to help you with it, okay? So I'm going to pass the marker to you. Now you can use a word from the word sort that we did, or if you can think of another word that you'd rather use both tenses in, you can. But I would suggest using these words first, just to get the swing of everything. Okay? And read it out loud to me as you write it.
Miss.
Hold on. Miss Jacob?
Oh, I can't.
That's okay. Let's go with Jacob.
Jacob. hurried to class
Good. What are you adding? Yep, good.
yesterday.
Excellent. Jacob hurried to class yesterday. So when did you hurry to class?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So you already did it. Now, can you rewrite the sentence saying you're doing that right now?
Jacob Jacob hurries to class
Good.
today.
Good. Jacob hurried to class yesterday. Jacob hurries to class today. What's the difference between those two sentences?
It's the past and the present.
Good. And with the word hurry, what's the difference?
The ending.
How did the past end?
What do you mean?
How did hurry in the past end? What letters?
Oh, ed.
Excellent. And how does it hurry end in the present?
es.
Good. Let's try one more. I want you to try one more all by yourself, and then we're going to move on. And we'll come back to this in our next lesson. Okay? So, 2 more sentences. One in the past, and then you're going to change it to the present.
Jacob enjoyed cupcakes yesterday.
Good.
And Jacob enjoys